Hey, this is Sasha, and I want to remind you that our calendar course is closing very, very soon. So if you're watching this video, it may have actually already closed. Otherwise, if you're watching it right when this video released, you're going to have a little bit of time still to get the calendar course at a promotion or discounted deal. We don't run promotions that frequently. In fact, we run them very limited because it just takes a lot of time to set up promotions and discounts. You have to, change the prices. And then if you're doing coupon codes, you have to send out coupon codes or change your written words and material and what's on there. And we have to custom code the amount of time and days to go, not to mention all the accounting that has to be done differently with my accountant because things are not as automated depending on the prices that we hit. So all these rules have to be now set up. So where all the fees and money is going to. So all this takes a lot of extra work, effort, and energy. Whereas instead, normally what I like to do is focus a lot more on creating great content, great value, and great educational lessons. So this is really the core of what I do in our courses. If you're looking for in-depth material, really detailed training, that's what our courses are about. And if you're serious and interested about learning more about options, trading option calendars, then really take a look at our course here, the Options Mastery Calendars course. It's going to go in probably more detail than any other course that you've purchased from anyone else, or maybe even from me. Right now, this is one of the longest ones we have. We have a few courses around the 18-hour range, 20-hour range. So this one's 22 hours long and 41 videos, plus some bonus videos, which that doesn't include that time. But basically, we have a lot of modules, about 41 modules. There's the business of trading calendars. You have building a portfolio with calendars. That video alone is 57 minutes long. Like, how do you build a portfolio or think about it, about when the VIX is low, when the VIX is high? Just the basics of calendar spreads. Like, why do they work? How do they work? How do they function? The Greeks and volatility. What do you need to understand when it comes to the volatility or the Greeks? Like, how do really the Greeks work? A lot of people glance over the Greeks, in other videos and training material. Here, we're going in depth 31 minutes just on this video, but then you'll also get bonus videos here towards the end at the bottom. There's just another one that's just all about the Greeks right here, bonus video number 3, 86 minutes just on the Greeks. So we really go in depth. How do you set up a neutral calendar? Calendars versus iron condors. When to trade one versus the other and how do they balance it out? What are the pros and cons? It's not that one is better than the other. It's that, hey, when should I use this? When should I use that? It's like a Phillips head screwdriver and a flathead screwdriver. When to use one versus the other? When to use a camera versus a video camera? It's the same thing. You're comparing and contrasting. It's not that one is better than the other. It's just that they're different tools. What about buying versus selling calendars? What's the difference? When would you do one versus the other? Some variations, looking at double calendars, triple calendars, skewed calendars, finding good calendar trading vehicles. What websites would you use, or how do you really pick those things out? And how about trading cheap versus expensive stocks? Is there a big difference? So you can see we're going into a lot of detail, short-term, long-term duration, how long to be in that trade, planning a calendar trade, big picture to adjustments, creative adjustments, and managing a calendar portfolio. And then we get into examples. We get into examples with Google's, SPX. We also look at Netflix, the Russell, Tesla. There's many examples here. And it's basically just me pre-filming things, 2 to 5 minutes a day, showing you how things are working and looking within that position. Now, I've set up probably a little more than half of failing trades. So this way you can see, where do I make tweaks and adjustments? Because if it was a successful trade, then you wouldn't have anything to tweak. You just put it on, take it off, put it on, take it off. But in this case, we went ahead and I went ahead and showed you a bunch of actually failing trades and left those in there. We could have cut them out, but in this case, I left them in there so you can really see what are different ways to adjust. And the more failing trades I would have in there, the more different tweaks I could show you. So that was kind of the goal behind that. So if you're interested in this course, go take a look at our website, risetololearn.com with the number 2, or tradersfly.com, and it'll link you up. You may have a little bit more time here if you're watching this video fairly quickly and soon from when it's released to still get this course at a discount. Once you go to our courses page, you go to option trading, or just hit courses at the top. You can scroll down to find that options segment. and then you can go ahead and click kind of this calendars, and it'll point you right here to that calendars page. And that's where you can get it on sale. Now, if you've already been a customer, be sure to sign in and then go to this courses page, because you'll get an even bigger discount, because we always want to reward past customers even more so for sticking with us. So if you're serious about learning to trade calendar option spreads, or want to diversify your iron condor spreads or short Vega trades, want a little bit of a something different, a change up, and want a little more depth in your education, then this is what the Options Mastery Calendars course is about. It's taking you to that next level in option trading, and I highly encourage it. I really recommend you go out and take a look at this course, because if you don't go take a look at this course, you might be just struggling trying to figure the puzzle pieces together, whereas in fact here, probably in the price of just one trade, you'll make it back. So it all comes down to learning and understanding how these trades work with over 20 hours of material, building up your education. And if you want the most detailed and in-depth education, this is what we provide. So thank you so much for joining me. If you're interested in the course, click in the description below. We'll be linking into the course, or get on our newsletter list, so that way you're always notified as we release new courses, products, promotions, books, and all that good stuff. Thanks for joining me. In the end, remember, do what you love, contribute to other people, but most importantly, live life abundantly. I'll see you in the next video.